Welcome. Today we're going to take a look through Bear 2.0. At different times I have used Bear 1.0, but I've never even looked at Bear 2.0 yet outside of, making a couple notes here in the last few minutes and just looking at the page. So let's dive right in and do that. This is Bear 2.0, the page. Right? Something I always liked about Bear is it's always been really pretty. Like it's always just been a really nice looking app, well put together app. It looks like they have tasks here, so I should come over here and make a note in my notes. What about tasks? Just to look at through this first look. All right, so we have tasks there, tables. We should look at our formatting options as well. Be another note. Formatting options. All right. Editor's Choice Awards, and it's got a video. Let's watch the video to start. Standard promotional video. All right. Markdown support. With text, photos, tables. I should look at the about photo imports. Cool. We're only going to look at it on Mac today as well. I'm not going to look at it on iPhone or iPad. Simple markdown. We have organized, powerful tools. Narrative and note for export options. It is a very pretty app. We'll go with that. Private security. Oh, so it's sync as iCloud, which is nice. And encrypt notes for an extra layer of protection with Pro. So under Pro, you only get sync if you do Pro. Let's see if we can figure that out. We'll check that out in a second. Only for Pro. I might actually have notes if I used their sync before. I might actually already have notes. Oh, here's our exports. So we go to PDF, HTML, DocX, and JPEG if you're in Pro. I wonder if there's what the export options are for non-Pro. OCR search, text inside photos. I remember, Evernote just died recently, but I remember sitting in a Tim Hortons with my friend Miles, just like loving that. Like with Evernote, taking a photo of a napkin because he got early access and just loving it. Tags that pop, we have icons, outline, focus, price. So Pro, so we only have local access. So yeah, sync is only for Pro. Document scanning only for Pro. Local access to your notes. So you don't have sync with Pro. Document scanning is there. Export to text, markdown, text bundle. Text bundle, I have to remember it. It's just like it describes the format in text. I believe it was like a TextMate, I think. It's an older text format, or text format I'm not currently familiar with anyways. So PDF, JPEG, HTML, but so you get text, markdown, text bundle, and RTF, 3 themes, 1 app icon. You can't search inside images, and you can't sync. But $2.99 a month is not bad. So I know we don't love subscriptions, but actually, as someone who's reviewing software, it's really nice because I can spend $2.99, review it, and not spend $100 or $300 for, say, something like DevonThink. Although DevonThink is one-time purchase still, but I like that. So how do we get it? We download it on the Mac App Store. So let's do that. Oh, I still have it. Is this 2.0? Yeah, 2.05. Okay, so this is my old purchase, I suppose. And what are the reviews? Are there current reviews? Reviews are hard 5 years ago. 5 years ago, not worth it really. See all. What's another see all? 5 years. Sort by most helpful. Sort by most recent. Amazing. Oh, 3 years. So if we go back to 3 years, I can't believe you're charging for stuff. I don't actually love those comments. Honestly, if you like a tool enough to make it to use it lots, then just pay for it. So I pay for Obsidian Sync. I don't pay for Publish. I don't use that feature, but I pay for Obsidian Sync happily. Like I use it so much, I don't even think about that cost. There's other things I use that I definitely worry about. I don't want to spend money on, but that Obsidian is not one of them for me. So let's open up Bear. Let's see what our first run experience is like. That's right. They had all these notes. I don't want notifications because I don't like them anywhere. I always had these nice notes in any version of it, which is nice. Welcome to Bear. So we start getting our intro, right? Bear is beautiful, powerful. How to create a new note. This is linking to internal notes. Oh, this is linking inline notes. Well, I need to also check. Is there a split screen options or anything like that, right? Or how to view multiple notes at once. That's something I do a ton in Obsidian. Oh, it actually took me to a spot in the second note. Okay, let's go back to the first one. How to create, formatting style, know your note, check the info panel for stats. So I love, actually in Obsidian, I use a word count plugin that just puts it down here in the bottom bar, which I like. So I can see that my current note on Bear Notes is 114 words, 619 characters. So same thing, 500 words, characters, read time, tells you when it was modified. What's this? Outline. Okay, outline. And no backlinks. Oh, so it does have backlinks. I'd like to see those. Draw your ideas. You can sketch. I think I'm going to try sketching on Mac because I just think the iPad's better. Like that's what I use my iPad for a lot, designing thumbnails, something where I really want to like get in and do, I don't know, art stuff. Organize and search. How to use tags. Work faster and easier. Great. Bear Pro. Yeah. Join our community. They have a blog. Let's check their blog. Safari. Okay. Support docs. Support is so important. I know that. Was it Remno recently switched to like, we're only doing support in like Discord. Absolutely terrible. Discord is not support. Discord is not your documentation. Typography options. I mean, it seems reasonable to start. There's now Reddit, Facebook, Instagram. I wonder if the Reddit community is still active because I noticed that they said they were going dark. They don't support beta OSs. You see that there. Don't do that. Looks like there's a bug with the second window scrolling. There's ads. Some Unicode issues. People are looking for references on the best ways to use Bear. It's actually something I could see doing, showing how to use Bear for knowledge management as a course. Of course, there'd be a bunch of free YouTube videos too. So getting started. These welcome notes will help you get to know Bear. So I think what I'd even do they have welcome? They don't. Bear, oh, they do. So welcome is tagged here. This is how they organize. So say I wanted to do a new note. I'm going to say, assume it's Command W, and I'd come in here. It's tagged as Bear. Actually, let's say we'll tag it as writing. So you can see I have a folder, right? So that's that. And how would I do this? Writing, working. How do you do subtags? Yep, writing, working. So there you go. I want to put a thing in there. So let's say this is my Bear 2 note. Bear 2.0. And so it just assumes my first one is a title. Okay, except for Bear 2.0. You can see I have headings there. Can I switch the level of heading? Yep, just by clicking, toggle folding, copy a link to here. Interesting. So then my notes are, I can probably just paste them in. Let's see what it does. This is just a bullet point list from Obsidian. my writing working. Paste it in as expected. That's exactly what it is. So let's see, can I open this in a new window? Open a new window. Perfect. So let's see if I can get that to hang out up here, and I can keep taking my notes in there. I like that. So what are settings like? Can I turn these into tasks? That's an interesting one. Text, insert from iPhone or iPad, take photo. That's interesting. Let's just try that because we're right here. I'll just pull my phone out. Oh, you probably can't do that so long ago because of weirdness with, I don't even know how to say it. Weird stuff with Mac OS. I was having issues with take photo. Okay, so there you go. We can actually go like that. Use. There you go. There's my desk right now. That's how messy it really looks. That's cool. I've actually never used the insert. Okay, so I actually erased the line settings. So let's look at settings first. So for settings, we can hide markdown. All right, or not. You can see down here and remember it actually shows my double asterisks. Autofill titles when pasting web links. Yeah, autocomplete tags. So the other thing I should come over here and say thing from a browser. Does it import PDFs? Right. I think actually if I looked at document scanning. I assume if it says document scanning, it can. And then the OCR thing, was that just for images? OCR, yeah, it's inside photos, so it must support PDFs. Cool. Does it do annotation of PDFs? Annotation. If you hear the thumping upstairs, it's because it's the summer. Because so my kids are home, and despite kids thinking they're quiet, they walk like elephants. So lock after Mac is idle for 5 minutes. Lock bear at launch. Okay. You have some typography choices. I very rarely play with these. I touch the themes a little bit in Obsidian, but ultimately, like, the job is to write, to work, to take notes, not to fiddle with themes. Find one you like and then leave it. And the font at least feels good right now, although I have to have a 4K monitor that I've set down to to HD 1980. I can't even think of what the measurement is now. I set it down for screencasts so that everything's larger for you. So this is not where I normally operate, but right at this moment it looks fine. Should we check it for a second? Displays. Let's just do it for a second. My displays, my Dell, and this is normally where I operate it. How does that look? A little tiny, possibly. No, I think it's still readable. That's probably still where I'd leave it. Let's go back to 1920 by 1080 for the screencast. Again, I could adjust my font sizes. I could do anything I want there, and I might actually adjust them up just a little bit to use it at the smallest setting on this monitor. Themes, dark graphite, high contrast. Solarized is something I'd be more likely to use, or solarized dark. Panic mode, Dracula, duotone. There's tons of them in here. I recognize all of them from Nord, from programming. These are fairly standard editor themes that you get to see. What else do we have? I can change the app icon if you want. Sure. I honestly usually go for rainbow ones if I can. I gotta pay for that. It was $3.99 a month. I guess it was probably US pricing before, so I'm gonna leave it. And then sync. Sync is a pro thing. I don't think I'm gonna pay for it at this moment, although I should. Again, making a bear course does sound interesting to me. Let's move that over there just so we can have some space for my notes too. The insert with iPhone was interesting. I know it's been around for a while. I've just never actually tried it. So backlinks and wiki links, we do have that. So what else can we do? Let's say, let's just create another note. I'll give it the writing thing. How do we do backlink? This note should link. There you go. It's just Bear 2.0. Done. If I come over to Bear 2.0 up here, we can see there's a backlink. Perfect. So it has backlinks back and forth. I like that. Wonder if we can do tasks. Let's do standard markdown task notation. It does. Perfect. So I can go knock that off. Backlinks. So something else we could do is, let me just look at my projects over here. What do I have? Make a couple notes. Let's go here. For mistakes, note. Make, that was writing, but that's actually a published one. I did that already. Right, can I change the icon, edit tag? I can change the icon here to, since I published in WordPress, done. I could say that's published. Can I drag their order? Can't. And so then I'd say do another note. Wants you to leave. You picked your life. What does my note actually say? So I have some content there. Yeah, when your school's underfunded and your parents have to work multiple minimum wage jobs, they still want you to believe that you chose this. Your hard work will get you out of this. But this is an idea. This would be technically this is a member idea. Right, and I can change the icon again to members. Money, because members have paid something. There you go, member idea. And then what else? Let's just pick another idea. Courage is calling review. Sure, why not? I'll actually I'm gonna write this, but is calling review. Done. I wonder what the shortcut story is too. Cuts. Courage is calling review, so this would be a writing idea. Perfect. So something else we could also do is implement, say, my tag note strategy. So let's say, I'm just going to open up my Obsidian so I can see a tag note here. Tag notes. I'll put a link to the full video of tag notes. And so for this, I would normally just do, and so this is about bear. So what I would actually do here is this note. Oh, this note should link to, I guess we'll do it over here. So it's not only a writing and working, this is a tags bear one. So that's a tag note right there, bear. And then if I had another, say, idea like, capitalism is a big idea, I do tags capitalism. All right, and then I could come over to my tags. I could look at capitalism and I could, see that's a tag. So I'd go tags. So I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? So I'd actually go like this. I'd go tag note. This would be a tag note. This wouldn't be a tag note. Bear. I'm getting all confused with myself now. So what I'd actually do is let's create a whole new note. Let's create the capitalism one. Capitalism. So explain capitalism here. And I'd call this a tag note. And so that anytime I wanted this to, say, link to capitalism, I could do that. Are there aliases? I wonder if there's aliases. Because I would like capitalism and lowercase capitalism. And I just have an alarm to give my daughter a pill, so let's mute that for another hour. Make sure it happened in an hour. All right, capitalism, capitalist. I'd like all of those to link to the same thing. I do that in Obsidian so that all variations of the word would fit, so that I can write it uppercase, lowercase, whatever, capitalist. And then I would know what it is. And so here I say I'd put a explanation of it in here, and I go into my tag notes and I could see that I have capitalism, and I could see that I have, right? Oh, it actually knows. Bear 2.0 knows, and it knows that this note links back, even though it's not actually linked. I like that. So it knew that capital and lowercase is the same. So can I actually go like this though? Wants to be linked to a capitalist one as well. Interesting. Where does that capitalist take me though? Oh, it just made a new one. Okay, so I don't really love that. because, but it created that note. No, it took the note away. No, it didn't. It's right there. Just moved it. I don't really love that. I'd love to see aliases somehow. Is there aliases? We had their support open. Let's look here. Is there aliases? Emoji autocomplete sets built an emoji based on their actual name. So that means we can do this. What does it look like? It's colon. Laugh. There you go. But no, it doesn't look like there's other aliases. So you can't do normalization. So something else I would do that for is if you read two books and they're talking about the same idea, but they use different words for it, I might normalize it under one idea for myself. So that I would normalize, I can't think of one right now, but I'd normalize same idea using, say, slightly different wording, slightly different, they call it their own thing. Lots of people do this. I think Tiago Forte did this with his Second Brain. Of course, he used a lot of stuff and just gave it its own acronyms and came up with like how that works, and he created intellectual property for himself to sell courses, which isn't bad. I don't necessarily dislike his stuff. I just think that was the main focus of it, to create intellectual property for himself. So tags and folders we looked at. There are no folders, tags. I'm pretty sure the whole thing is based on tag. I showed you how to do tag notes in there. I can link to the full video on tag notes. What are the export options? We looked at that. Export options we had, like we said, where's Bear? All right. Export, they were down at the bottom, was a better chart. Right. You can export to text. How do we export? Let's come back here. And no, backlinks. How do we export? Export note. I can go where? Text, markdown, RTF, bare note, which is probably their own text-based format. EPUB. All right. Is there an import? That'd be interesting. Try this live. How does it import my entire... I can only import from Evernote and Drafts. What happens if I... Oh, my monitors are all weird, so... Okay, so it just grabs a link. Not what I wanted. Just going to try and drag some notes from Obsidian. What if I just grab some notes, though, from Obsidian? What are we looking for? Documents? I'm not even seeing it. So let's open up Obsidian. Sync. Does it show me where my vault is located? That's interesting. I just don't know. So I don't know where my vault is and locally. Oh, there's a bare export from January 18th. Oh, here we go. What format is that? Markdown. Okay, so that works. So let's go to, what happens if I just drag this markdown file over? Oh, again, my screen is massive compared to normal. Nothing. So I can't just drop a whole bunch of markdown files in there. What does this say under support? Return to support library. Import. Import bulk files, markdown, Richard. Okay. So it says if I go file, I'm in Safari now. I want to be back in Bear. I go back to Bear. I should be able to import my notes. Let's see. import notes right there. Okay, so that was in iCloud. That was under OneWriter. I had one. That was craft all documents. Apps, not very many there. Just want to give it a whole bunch of notes. Books to read. That seems like the most. How many notes is that? Is it going to tell me here? It's not. Import. Look at that. So it added a bunch of other tags in here, which honestly just cluttered things up at the moment. That was pretty good. Is there a note on how many notes I have now? Is there any information like that? Notes. No. I don't exactly know how many that was. Let me just see if we have another one. Imported notes. How many are there? Only 48. I want more than that. Obsidian Vault. $975. Let's just do that. Let's import another 975 notes for fun. Import notes. And that was under OneWriter, Obsidian, all of them. Import. This is 975 notes. I don't really care because I'm going to delete this all at some point. So 975 notes. So far, I like it. It's certainly functional. I think I'd have to change how at least with some of my old notes, how I have tags set up. Right? So in the old ones I have, so ADHD here is a tag, but it would actually create a note instead. So I'd create a new note called ADHD. It would become a tag note. Oh, I didn't do the tag note. Then you come back into ADHD and change ADHD. Perfect. And then I'd actually take this out because I wouldn't want it. All right, and I come down to play ADHD as well. And come in here and go ADHD, done, and remove it from here. So I don't want that. So clearly that would be a lot of, why isn't the to read tag working? Oh, there's a slash and escaped it. So then we lost the ADHD tag. All right, ADD was taken as add as well. Again, that'd be another one where I'd come in, I'd create the ADD note, and then I would move it over into the tag note system. So there's clearly, that's probably one of the biggest things in switching apps is that there's so much load in just getting it set up again. Now this is from an old vault. I didn't look at it. It looks like the last time I touched these were in 2020. So this is an old vault. I think my new vault would be better. Can I select all? Command A, delete. Oh, I can. I can find my new vault. Documents. There it is. M1 Air Obsidian Vault. You look at the writing notes. Okay, so let's import my writing notes file. Import notes. That was under iCloud Drive. Documents. M1 Air Obsidian Vault, because that's where this one started. Writing, collect, select, import. So I still have idea generation. So I still have old ones in here that have just straight up tags, but I would have them as tag notes. Although writing idea would be fine. It would actually be writing in this one slash idea though. Idea generation, right? Kill that. Like I've showed you. Ideas, breakthrough, relationship, and marriage would go as well. And instead I would say relationship, marriage. I do that. Notes. Did these get created? Maybe a tag note. Stillness is the key. Marriage would also become, oh look, there is already one. Nice. Marriage. It's an interesting note. Why is it formatted like that? Oh, it's queries. So that would be queries from, I can't edit it? Why can't I edit this? Oh, it's in trash, that's why. Empty trash. Delete. Perfect. So I come back up to the notes. That'll just be the old one. Stillness is the key. Marriage is there. And then I would go tag note. So one thing I don't all love is that the notes at the top are like it's just this one main view. You have to come down here. And there's tasks. It does show anything with tasks in it. It surfaces for me. That's nice as well. So then you could do like projects, right? For me in my current vault, this wouldn't be great because it's like old YouTube lists, which I don't need. What's for today? These are notes today. Any locked notes? I like that. What else do we want to look at? Tags and folders. Split screen we saw. Can we open multiple new windows? Open a new window. We can. I'm going to assume there's no limit. We can open tags and folders. What about tasks? We looked a little bit at tasks formatting options. So there are, let's just go back to all notes. Let's look at the marriage one. Let's do a formatting note. Adding test. Can we do block quotes? Block quote. Yeah, probably should have all of markdown really, right? Is there a way to show there is that bar? So here's where we can list ordered list. I wonder if that means over here, I could take this stuff to here. Can I turn stuff into tasks by clicking the task button? I can. Nice. I can adjust heading levels. We could highlight. I could highlight, just using markdown. We can create a table. Let's do a table. And then how do we edit? Align column, add row, or add column, move up, down. That's nice. Like the table formatting seems like it's nice. What if I just type row, row again? It's gonna add another one. Nope, it's not just gonna automatically add another one. So there is. Control, Command, Enter will add a row for me. That Control, Command, Enter. Oh, what did that do? Oh, that must have, okay. So that must have been Alfred. Alfred did something there and took over that keyboard command. Add row. Another row. Can we format this row? Heading already is formatted in some fashion. Nice. Can we multi-select rows to do any formatting? Move up row, delete row. We can change that center. Oh, I just want to do this cell. Align column left. So there's some table formatting, not a ton. Underline strike through code. So if I do HTML span class thing content. Oh, my span. All right. What if we do change the highlighting there? Okay, there's no highlighting, so we can actually PHP. All right, so we do here PHP info. All right, or var equal, or not even var equals. Thing equals foo. True. All right, we get some highlighting. That's great. HTML. Oh, and actually does handlebars, Haskell, hacks. Okay, so you have tons of different highlighting options, which is nice as well. PHP. What else was in there? Code block. Okay. Wiki link. Command D. Hide the style bar. So I could do Command D, and then we can search. Oh, I probably hit two keys at once there. Command D. Yeah, I did. Cool. What else do we have in here? Import PDFs. Do I have a PDF downloaded right now? Downloads. I do. Can I drag and drop it? Does it need to exist in a note set? It does need to exist in a note. Open it in preview. Can we annotate PDFs? And I can have it in there, which is nice. Just highlighting that. Let's look at... One thing I don't love is you got to go back to their main. There's not just like a new search box here. PDF. Working with photos, PDFs. They have to be attached to notes. Right? PDFs. Bear will do its best to display PDFs. To read a PDF, simply double click on Mac. So yeah, it doesn't actually have native PDF features. You got to go like that, and I can read it. This doesn't give me any annotation unless I go open in preview. And then can I highlight? Oh, I can't change the original because it's locked in Bear. So if I close it, it's saving it somewhere else. I have to redo it. So no inline annotation of PDFs. Delete copy, don't care. So no inline, it does import, doesn't do inline annotation. Importing from browser. Let's look at that. Or we hit the document scanner here too. So I can scan an iPhone and iPad. So we're not going to try that. Tap the BIU button. So that's the formatting button. Long press the attachment button. The camera's going to open. All right. What about support? Import. Import notes into Bear. Migrate from Apple Notes. Let's just see. Does it show up in my share sheet now? Edit extensions? No. Done. So there's no, is there really no way to bring it in from, it did not add anything. Okay. So import Safari. Oh, there's a browser extension for Safari. And then Mac Bear OS is a pre, allows you to save portions. Bear Pro subscribers can sync. Okay, good. So our extensions here: Chrome, Firefox, Opera. It says it should just install. Oh, it's right there. I just went right by it. Turn on. Done. Okay, so let's go. Oh, that's right there, actually. How did it do? Oh, I was like, why does it have all those little highlights? But it's because I was searching. Let's see how it does on my site, just for fun. Oh, it looks like I left a task in there and did not delete the Obsidian Observer one. Right there. Should delete that, but we'll get to that eventually. So imports, it does import from a browser. It looks like it has support for all browsers. Perfect. And do we have, where did I get that PDF from? What about photo imports, right? You can drag and drop them, or you can bring them in from your phone. We saw that. Sync options is only for Pro. Tasks work, and it has that special task view in it as well. Right, I can look at to-do tasks. My vault's pretty cluttered, so I don't love it. Formatting options has the formatting bar. I can import a photo that way too by clicking on the photo. Split screen, not so much. It doesn't keep it all contained in one. Are there window shortcuts? I'm in Bear, tile window to the left of the screen. Oh, wow. Oh, that must be the Mac OS window stuff though. Yeah, that's the Mac OS window stuff. That's not. So I can accomplish the same thing so I'm switching back and forth between windows. I can accomplish that between Command and Command. You can tell because the little colored dots change between window. That's okay. Note, duplicate, merge. Notes identifier, cool. Is there anything in shortcuts for it? It's been a little while since I've looked at shortcuts though. So let's go here. Let's search for bear. Bear. Add to bear. What does that give me? Mode title, note identifier, return to shortcuts, ask each time. Mode append or prepend. So I add to bear note. Oh, let's add to bear note. Okay. Search create bear note. Could you create an idea? And you could with clipboard. So what we'd probably do is say text or ask for input. So we'd say ask for input with what is your idea? Allow multiple lines would be text. And then we'd actually clear this with select variable, provided input, show more, tags, we'd say writing idea. So if I run this, awesome idea content, so I remember. Done, and it gave me the link. Awesome idea. So I did not need the pound symbol at the beginning. If I was going to append or fix that shortcut, I would actually come back in here and I'd take out that, but then it would be writing idea, right? Second idea, second set of notes. Done. Perfect. And then maybe, I guess it depends, idea and open. So we go to bear. If you want to open it right away, click bear, open bear note. Ask me for the note title, show more, note identifier, open note title. I want to open the note I just created. This is a specific note though. Return to shortcuts. I don't want that. So I don't know how to just open the note. But you could use it. I guess you could create a loop in here and say, hey, ask me again if I have more ideas. And then you'd do it get note. What does get note do? Let's just see. Get bear note. That's it. I want to open note, open bear note. See, they're not connected. There's no line there. So I can't actually open them, unfortunately. So I think that's it, right? Sync is only for Pro. Formatting options are there. Remember. So this is a big thing. This is not cross-platform. This is Mac OS, iPad OS, iOS only. It's one thing to remember. Also worth remembering that this is a cost. But again, like I said earlier, if you like the app, if this is an app that you can use, I like it as well. I wonder if you could publish to WordPress. That's the one thing we didn't actually look at. Can I publish to WordPress? Let's go back to publishing. Support library. WordPress. So you can share into the WordPress from iOS. Once you're through, tap the More button. So this is only via the WordPress app on your iPad and iPhone. Things to know, H1 is your title, photos are supported. Otherwise, you'd have to copy and paste, I guess. At least that's my initial read, to copy and paste. Is there anything else? Pricing. Our pricing, it's $2.99 US, $3.99 Canadian. Not a bad price by any means. It's a good price. It can totally be useful to you if you use this. If this is the app for you, then absolutely go for it. Again, I'd set up the tag notes, and maybe I'll do like a tag notes and Bear video as well coming up. But overall, I think Bear is pretty. I think it totally can work depending on your workflow. Clearly, my notes are not formatted perfectly for it at the moment, so I'd have to go back through and change the formatting for it. So it did work with the way I like to format my notes, say with the tag notes, stuff like that. But otherwise, I think Bear is a good app. If you like it, you should absolutely go for it. I'd love to see annotating PDFs in line. I'd love to see publishing on Mac. Again, we'll have to test that. Maybe I'll do some more videos on that. Can I actually publish from WordPress can I actually publish to WordPress from Bear on Mac OS? What else? You can scan documents with your phone or your iPad, which is nice. Export options are reasonable for sure. It does a reasonable job of importing. We imported almost 1,000 notes. It came in fairly quickly. And that's, again, really just a one-time thing for your importing. If you're coming from something else, it supports specifically drafts and Evernote as well. The E and EX file, I believe, is Evernote. So that would just help get you going off the bat. That's it. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, support the channel by becoming a member, curtismchale.ca/membership, or take a course, curtismchale.ca/education. Have an awesome day.